guys, I told you in my last video that I decided I'm going to make an extra video today since I skipped out yesterday. So I decided I had an idea that seemed not an amazing idea, but seemed okay. I decided I'll take a look at which one I thought it was better because they are kind of competitors in the same field of game, the same game type. They're both all except I have all of them except the Lego Dimensions. I think that's what it's called. But I have the Disney Infinity and these Skylanders. I decided I'd compare them and what I thought of these. I might do gameplay, but if I do gameplay, I'm not including Skylanders. What's it called? I forgot to grab it. Right. Not including the Skylanders Superchargers Racing, mostly because I don't have that much experience in that game because I got it, but I never really played that much of it. And it follows a completely different game type than most of the other Skylanders games. Most of them are beat 'em up kind of. I would say they're a beat 'em up, maybe a platformer. And this one is more of a Mario Kart ripoff, even coming down to having Bowser in the game, which is okay if you're into that, but it's not really the main game type of Skylanders, so I decided I'm not going to include it. And if I do include gameplay, I'm not going to be showing any of the stories. I might, but I might not because mostly not a lot of people I know, or even me, I don't really use the story things that much. If you do want to do a story in Disney Infinity, you have to have certain ones of these things to put on there. But this is what I think so far. Right now, I'm just going to review the figures. And I'm not a big fan of these. I never paid $6 for it, so it's going to be a review for them on how much they are now. So, for the only example I have right now, just because the other ones I bought at Walmart or any other store that don't put stickers on it, this one is $5.95, and it came with everything, brand new. So, of course, it's pretty good for $5, especially since the same store sells the figures individually for, I want to say $6 a piece. Well, not $6, maybe like $4, but still, pretty good deal. Mostly just because I wanted Iron Man and Thor, and that came with that pack. But I think that in figure-wise, I think Disney Infinity wins. Not only because they're better quality, I keep all mine in here, but Skylanders has tried a lot of gimmicky stuff, which some of it is pretty cool, like the Swap Force figures. I think that's a pretty cool idea, and most of these I got at a thrift shop, so I never paid that much for them. I never go out of my way to buy Skylanders or Disney Infinity or anything. Maybe if I see a Disney Infinity I like, mostly because Disney Infinity is a lot better because these, except a few characters that they get in, like Crash Bandicoot and maybe Bowser, are not any named characters. Like these, I don't think they have a name that you'd really think of anything. My favorite character, I don't even have in my little bucket here, but they aren't even, like, unless you played Skylanders and you're a big fan of it, there's not really a lot of collecting in it. Like, I guess you'd want to collect it to play the game, but with Disney Infinity, they have Marvel characters, which are pretty cool. They have Disney characters, which I just got these because these are my favorite ones. And they have Star Wars, which I'm not really a big fan of, but I think if you're a fan of it, you would like to get it just for the little statues because they're pretty well made. They're pretty well detailed. You can tell who it's supposed to be. Especially, I brought Hulkbuster up here because he's my favorite. 3.0 really did good. I know I shouldn't be comparing these to these since this is 3.0 and I haven't played the newest Skylanders games, but I see they're pretty well sculpted too. But again, it has the same problem with a whole bunch of no-name characters except the Crash Bandicoot one, which it made a lot of people angry because they messed up the character anyway, so it's not really a big thing. But these, I actually display these ones because they're Hulkbuster, Judy Hopps, Nick, I want to say Nick Fury, but I know that's not his name. Nick something, I forgot his name. But they're really well made things. Like I have a little Spider-Man one. I have a pretty good collection of them because I like the character, so I'd want to get them just to put them on myself most of the time. Especially if I can find them at thrift shops in bags for 3 or 4 of them for $2. Now, I think I'm going to put in some gameplay, but I might not. But just in gameplay, just in case I don't, I'm going to tell you what I think of the gameplay. I don't like as much as I like Disney Infinity's characters, I don't like the gameplay as much. The gameplay, you have to get these to do any of the story modes of them, and some of them are kind of sore, and you have to buy more of them. Which, like, I guess it's cool enough, but these don't have a lot of detail on them. They're just little see-through thing, which really sucks because I want them to look a little bit nicer if I'm gonna have to buy them anyway to play some of the game. But since you have to buy those extra unless you get this brand new, because most of them come with at least one, I mostly play the creative mode, and that's what I'm going to judge if I do put gameplay out. The creative mode is okay. If you get this game for $5, you can have some fun with it. It's not really advanced, but I was able to have some fun with it. You can make racetracks, you can make houses. There's actually, if you want to be lazy, there's little things you can get. Well, not that you can get, that you can throw out into a world that kind of creates this for you, which I think can be fun in its own right. But I think Skylanders is a little better in that way because it has a story to it and everything that I can get into. It's kind of childish, but it's not annoying childish, so I can get into it pretty easily. I think it's a perfect, really good for a kids game, and especially if you can find. I know I said I'm not bringing up Supercharger, but these are really cool. This is Bowser. They also have a Donkey Kong one, but it has a switch, which I wish they would have done better, and maybe made it automatically tell what it's on. Not sure if you can see it that well. But it has a switch to be an amiibo or a Skylander, which is kind of cool. Like, cause a Bowser Skylander a Bowser amiibo might be a little pricey, really. Cause a lot more than I paid for. I paid around $5 for this with the game, the portal, and everything. Oh, and his little cart thing, which doesn't have a whole bunch of detail, and I don't really like it as much, but it's okay. Next, I might do some gameplay, but if I don't, then please subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Okay, now I'm back to the game. This area, you have, you don't have to, but certain monsters or Skylanders are stronger than other parts, so it might be. Yeah. Well, this is basically the kind of gameplay that you get. It's really easy, but not overly easy like some games are. So I think if you get this really cheap, you could have some fun with it, even if you're a little bit older than this game is intended for, but not too much. But it depends on how much you get it for. I got this one brand new. I actually got this on the Wii, but it had a download code for it on the Wii U, so they were downloaded on here. Okay, now I'm going to show you some gameplay from. Yeah, in some places you need certain Skylanders for, which I just don't feel like grabbing. But I'm going to show you the Disney Infinity now. I'm going to be using 2.0. I have 3.0, but I think that it's basically the same game. I forgot to show you why Trap Force are my favorite. You get these, but they're kind of hard to find now for some reason. These little crystals, and you need certain ones to use on certain monsters. But once you defeat a boss, and sometimes just regular monsters, you can put one in here. You can put one in here, and you can become the monster. Which you can download different. So you can download different villains onto here, and I think that's really cool. The only thing is, you need certain types. See, this one says water type, and you need water type crystals enabled to capture water type monsters. And there's more than 2 types, so you need more. And as I said, I can't find very many of them, and I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money looking for them. This one is an Earth or whatever it's called type. Okay, now we're going to get to Disney Infinity. Okay, for this, I'm going to be using Thor, but I'm going to test out putting Black Suit Spider-Man on 2.0, because I think he'll come out as regular Spider-Man if I do. I'm going to see. Wait, it's actually going to let me use him. I thought he was a 2.0 exclusive.
Congratulations! This Disney Infinity figure is now connected to your profile.
Well, I guess I can use him. I didn't think I was.
Who's ready for an amazing adventure?
For some reason he's able. Okay, let's I'm going to try to make something and then I'll be back. Okay, I finished and hopefully I added a video of me making it. It's not that big, but it's something for me to show you what you can do. You can do a lot more than this, and you can even mess around with regular blocks. Like, I will try to show you. Yeah, you can build stuff with this if you really wanted to. But it takes a little bit of time, so I'm not going to do it right now. I just want to show you that you can do it. And I'm going to get me a automobile so I can show you my track that I made. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, but this, if you have time into it, you can make cool stuff. But I would show you the place I already made, but I realized I already exported it to my Xbox One to play it on there, and it turns out you can't do it backwards, so for now I gotta show you this. But if you got time, you can have some fun in it. I also want to show you one other cool thing that I forgot to mention. These things are, like, these are the missing things, but they're different than these. They go in the same place though. See, these, I got one. I used to have two of them. I'm not sure how easy they are to find now since they discontinued Disney Infinity. At least here, it's kind of hard to find just the figures unless it's at a thrift shop. But here, if this is the Aladdin's carpet, I used to have a little car, but now I only have this. So I'll give that to Spider-Man. And you might not notice anything happen because I'm in editing mode. But now I have a carpet on the back. Now I can use that. They have different vehicles like that, which is kind of cool. And they also have some Star Wars themed ones now. But yeah, I think that's pretty neat. So I'm going to get back to finishing this video in a minute. And hopefully I can add that other video in. But if not, then this might be it. Okay, I also forgot to mention that you can unlock more stuff to build with, but besides that, I do think Disney Infinity is better than Skylander, but for the point that I don't really play the games and the figures are things that I like anyway. Like, I really like Zootopia, and they have Zootopia figures, and they have some figures from Monsters Inc., they have figures from Cars, a lot of movies that I watched when I was littler, and it's kind of cool to have it on shelf, especially when it comes to superheroes, since I'm kind of a comic book nerd, and most of them are pretty good detailed in my opinion, but some of them aren't, but depends on your taste. But these, I do give a higher list just because the games have a proper story, they're okay to play. I can't get into it, just too childish for me, but I know some people can, and if you can find it cheap enough, when I found mine, it was $5 for each starter pack. That's how I got a good bit of Skylanders, and you can always find them at thrift shops in big bags of them for usually $2 or $3. But I'm going to end this video now so it doesn't get too long and won't let me upload. Please subscribe to my channel, and just so you know, Disney Infinity wins this thing, just in case you're looking for a winner here. And see you next time. Please subscribe. I'm probably going to have more videos out next time. I'm planning on making a PS4 versus Xbox One video since I've had both of them for a while, and I think it would be a good versus video. Sorry, I'm dying. Bye.